My boyfriend, M25, said that I'm loose, M25. I don't know how to move forward from this. My boyfriend, M25, and I, F25, are like magnets and we really like each other. We had a great relationship until now. Our sex life was going well, we've been doing it quite often. But he has a hard time finishing, and he can only orgasm through masturbation. He keeps trying to initiate anal play. From my side, apart from him taking long to finish, it's been really good. I find him very attractive and I usually get very wet. I use toys and come 1-2 times waiting for him. This felt like a dream to me because in my previous relationship it was the complete opposite. The relationship wasn't good, and I could never relax or concentrate because I was afraid sex would hurt. I didn't get very wet, and sex was quite painful for me. That of course made me feel tight for my ex. In fact, he was constantly saying that I was not wet enough. I of course always knew it was not a me issue and it never made me feel insecure. Today, my current boyfriend said he wanted to talk about sex, and told me that it feels loose to him and that's why he can't finish, and that's why he needs anal play. He added that it wasn't like that with his previous partners. Since I've been through this kind of thing before, I asked him for more details about his experiences with past partners. I said that if I were tense during sex, like with my ex, I probably feel tight to him as well. How often was he having sex, with how many people he compares, etc. I asked clarifying questions just to understand if he knows how female body works. Assured him with the reason of my questions. He said he was comparing with 2 and, no, I'd know if that was the case. About the partner being tense. For the context, it took us 2 weeks to lose my virginity with my very first partner since I was not able to loosen up. This topic was already a taboo for me and I was super happy about my current relationship, my third sexual partner, that how wet I get with him, and I was initiating sex all the time since I was really enjoying. Then he made a terrible joke. Well, at least our kids will come out easily. I couldn't hold it in. I cried, he apologized many times and asked him to leave. I don't know how to move forward from this. How tight is he gripping his dick during masturbation? How would he feel if you said, well, I never had this issue with previous partners, so it must be that your dick is too small. He's likely death gripping it. ETA. If your reaction to that thought is, OMG, that's so cruel, I could never say that to him. Ask yourself why you are with someone who is willing to be cruel to you. Your boyfriend has desensitized himself with death grip, and rather than looking in the mirror, he's decided that you should be responsible. I'm sure there's nothing wrong or loose about you, op. Boyfriend really wants anal sex, and thinks this is his best shot of convincing you to agree to it. My best guess is that he has a hang-up with vaginas in general, regardless of what he told you about his 2 previous lovers. I bet they got the pitch about how much better anal sex would feel for him, too. Don't let him get into your head with this. You are just fine, but maybe this guy should be your ex-BF. How do men control and manipulate women? They criticize her body, her most sacred space is her breasts, her yoni too big, too small, too smelly, too hairy, too saggy, too loose. Don't look to your own body for faults. Instead look at the character and integrity of a man who would make fun of and criticize a woman he claims to love. He's lying because he likes anal. Coworker, 28F, who I, 28M, was texting slept with another coworker. How'd I get over this? Long story short, I was texting this colleague of mine for the past few months. Nothing happened as ultimately she said it was a bad idea to date someone you work with, which is fair. I handed in my notice a few weeks back, unrelated but relevant, and we had a work night coming up which she was really excited about, kept asking if I was going, etc. Well, we both went and she went off and slept with a coworker of ours. Which felt like a bit of a kick in the teeth. She's a grown woman and can make her own choices, it's just that I've realized her justifications were bullshit and she just liked the attention I gave her, and silly me still thought I had some semblance of a shot since, hey, we won't be working together anymore. I've only got 2 weeks left and I am counting down the days. We haven't really spoke since there's minimal interactions between our 2 jobs. She was trying to talk to me Monday but I just blanked her beyond the necessary job-related answers. Usually I'd go up to her desk and we'd chat for a while but I've had trouble even making eye contact with her. She made eye contact with me today as I came in soaking wet from outside. I just turned away, couldn't do that. Thank fuck I don't actually have to work with her. He came in today too and I seen the 2 of them chatting and laughing away and it just got to me. That'll never be me, never with the underlying tension or possibilities. I'm just the fool who's keeping his seat warm. 2 weeks left and I just have to power through, but any advice on doing so? I realize this is 100% a me problem and not a reflection of a grown woman doing as she sees fit. I'm just not coping with it all too well. Worse still, I don't know how to deal with it any better. Any advice? Only advice is to not get with coworkers in the future, it really does make for uncomfortable messes. This happened to me once, and the girl he slept with was doing it to a guy who liked her, had been chatting as well. Lol. Messy. Other than that, time heals all, be extra nice to yourself. You weren't dumb to think you had something, she just proved otherwise. Don't feel like you can't watch a rom-com and have some ice cream to cry it out, you're human with feelings. It sounds like you're feeling hurt and frustrated because someone you connected with chose to pursue a different path. And it's completely understandable to feel that way. Focus on the fact that you're moving forward and not letting this affect your last few weeks. Keep your interactions strictly professional so you can walk away without any lingering emotions. Keep doing what you are doing, bro. Ignore her for everything non-work related. Don't interact outside of work things, keep it professional and strictly business. Only 2 weeks left. In a month or two you won't remember what you saw in her. Time heals wounds. Just keep ignoring her, and let them both enjoy the drama that comes with sleeping with your co-workers. Sounds like how she phrased it to you was her way of turning you down gently, while trying to make sure things weren't awkward at work. It sucks because it does make you feel like you still have a shot, but in reality she probably always viewed you more as a work friend, and that's okay. Sucks getting rejected, but that's part of the process. Just gotta goldfish it and take it day by day. Luckily you're leaving, so she'll be out of your life momentarily. How have I allowed this to happen? 31F51M. I am a 31F who has her life together. I have a very successful career that I take pride in. When it comes to every other aspect of my life, I am assertive and demand respect. I am outspoken. I speak up for what's right and stand up for myself. I'm honestly proud of who I am outside of my relationship. I make a very good living. I'm able to provide and take care of myself very comfortably. I've been with a man significantly older than me for a long time. This started when I was 21, he is 20 years older than me. I'm not a model by any means, I'm not confused, but I'm attractive and most men would think so as well. I'm fit, take care of myself and take pride in how I present myself. Over time he has chipped away at my self-esteem, self-confidence and who I am as an individual. I have tried to be who he wants me to be. He tells me every single thing I do is wrong. Why wouldn't he? He probably looks at me as a child or someone who is incompetent. I'm honestly to a point where I don't recognize myself. I'm begging, pleading, calling and texting like a psychopath. All for a less than average, mediocre, man who literally doesn't care about me. He's mentally, emotionally and at times physically abusive. I don't know how this has happened to me. He's made me feel unworthy, unlovable and unattractive. It's literally mind-blowing if you think about it. How has an old, less than average looking man done this to me? You're stuck because you're focusing on the now. The reality of being in a crappy relationship that you've invested a lot in, versus the idea of being alone. Instead, think about 1 year from now, 2 years, 5 years. Would you rather be with someone who emotionally abuses you and makes you hate life for the next 5 years, or would you rather let go, be afraid, and see what better things life has to offer? At 31 you're young, you have millions of options. Billions. Literally. You deserve better. He tells me every single thing I do is wrong. Why wouldn't he? He probably looks at me as a child or someone who is incompetent. Probably the very opposite. He sees that you're a successful, competent 31 years old that would leave his old ass if she believed in herself, so he's keeping you down and low, insecure, and codependent. Apply your assertive mindset that has made you successful in your career to your relationship, dump his ass and find someone that will respect and appreciate you. You're worthy of love. You see it in many aspects of your life. It can be true at home. This is not a man. He saw someone much younger and knew he could use that dynamic to make you feel inferior and smaller than he is. He's a parasite. Imagine this was happening to a loved one. Take that outrage and feel it for yourself. It wasn't all at once. It was small chips over time. You noticed them all, but they were sprinkled with nice things sometimes too. But they just kept growing. And now that he knows you won't go anywhere, he doesn't even have to do the nice bits anymore. That's how the abuse works. It's why you can't leave. It was so gradual, you didn't see it coming, and now that it's here, you still question if it's accurate. Because you don't trust yourself. Because he broke you down over time. A lot of people don't understand why women don't just leave abusive men. It's hard. He groomed you. My 30M wife, 26F, is so verbally aggressive towards our 2F daughter. Hello. For the past year or so, my wife has become verbally aggressive towards our daughter. As you may know, 2-year-old kids are curious and do things without knowing what they're doing. Anytime my daughter drops something or writes on the wall, for example, my wife says very ugly words to our daughter. Like, I get it, you want to say something to the child, but some of those words are painful even to an adult. I told my wife to stop talking to her like that, and she just got mad. I don't know what to do and how to solve this problem. My wife is a great mother, but her words are painful. I even advised my wife to go to therapy in case there's something in particular she wants to discuss. What do you think? Protect your daughter. Your responsibility is to your child first. Sorry to burst your bubble, but great mothers do not verbally abuse their children. Yours and your wife's behavior will have a lifelong impact on your daughter's emotional and social development and well-being. Have a look at resources linked to the first 1001 critical days. Show them to your wife. If you allow this, you are complacent in abuse and would not be seen as a protective factor if it ever went to court. You have a responsibility to your child to not allow this to continue. Your wife needs more than therapy to address this. She needs to understand that her behavior isn't acceptable. My mother is like your wife. I haven't spoken to her in over 10 years because I couldn't forgive or forget how I was treated. Great mothers aren't verbally abusive. She's genuinely a terrible mother with zero patience. If you want to actually do something about it, record her and see she gets consequences. Ask her if her mother spoke to her like that and if she enjoyed it. Bring it back. Some people to have empathy towards their inner child, and their child who looks like them or stirs up memories of old trauma will receive the same abuse. She is a terrible mother.